today I've got a quick lesson slash discussion on why we should all probably be hitting harder and softer. And by that I mean we should be trying to extend our dynamic range. By dynamic range, of course, I mean just the difference between our loudest notes and our softest notes. And the drum set is unique in that it may be the instrument with the widest natural dynamic range without including microphones and electronics. We can play it almost infinitely quietly, depending on how hard we hit. And then, of course, we can really lay in, and drums can be incredibly loud. So we have this gigantic dynamic range available to us, and I do find that it tends to be the mark of more professional or better sounding players that really utilize that dynamic range properly. And I tend to notice a lot in intermediate drummers that are starting to get into textured playing, like accents and ghost notes, that the difference between their accents and ghost notes, for example, just isn't as big as it should be. So, for example, I'll hear someone play, a groove, something like this. Which really should probably be played something more like. There's really no magic here. All I was doing was really extending the dynamic range between how hard I was hitting the hi-hat and the snare on my accents and then on my ghost notes, right? Making sure that the hi-hat pattern was really cha-tum, 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 really bringing down those ghost notes. Same thing with the snare. Dum-dum-ga, da-da-da-da-ga. Now, of course, you can extend your dynamic range in two directions, and you should. You can make your accents louder, and you can make your ghost notes softer. So I'm always, playing in front of mirrors and trying to really make sure that my ghost notes are as soft as they could be or as they ought to be. And of course, there is a limit to how far you should go with this. We don't want to literally be playing micrometers off the head for our ghost notes and then, jumping up, doing a backflip, Eric and Prada, and slamming back down for our accents. But I do tend to see more often than not that, especially in intermediate players, their dynamic range could definitely stand to be extended, and this is something that I try and check up on in my own playing as well. So let's take another example. Let's say someone's working on the ever-popular six-stroke roll, or the sort of inverted paradiddle-diddle variation, and it sounds something like this. Something I hear quite frequently, when really it really starts to come into its own when you play it more like. And again, the only thing I was doing there was I was adding rim shots, which you don't have to do, but I was really bringing up my accents, and then I was really trying to bring down my ghost notes, and hopefully the difference is obvious. To my ear, one sounds much more amateur and one sounds much more professional. So, like I said, this is just a quick tip, discussion, lesson, and this is as much for me as it is for any of you out there. But yeah, the quick tip of the day is to check on your dynamics and really think about how you can extend your dynamic range based on what you need to play. So this was a quick one. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps some of you, and I will see you in the next one.